Welcome to a Minecraft playthrough where I see how many days in a row I can play the game. So consider leaving a like on the video and let's see what we get up to today. Well, we are back for day number 4 as we have Appa kind of flying around, and that is not our Appa. If you were tuning in for the last episode, you'll see that I do now have a dried ghast. So hopefully we'll be able to use our own Appa, or have our own Appa pretty soon, maybe by the end of this episode. Now, I do know how to find a happy ghast, but I'm still not exactly sure how to make them. I do believe it has something to do with water, so we're going to have to figure that out. The plan for the time being. Maybe we can even, I don't know if it's a bad thing, can we hop on Appa? It keeps flying away. Am I too far away to get on? Okay. Can we fly Appa on over towards Cobb's base? I never do this sort of thing. Looks like we can, which is kind of fun. Fly Appa for ourselves. And the beginning part of today's day here in Forevercraft on our streak is going to be to do a bit of enchanting. I want to make a bow and see what sort of enchantments we get on it. And Cobb does happen to have an enchanting setup over here, so we can make our way on over. You can see that we're still using the Voxy mod, and we don't have any shaders on for this point in time, so I'm still happy with that. I'm fine with doing without the shaders right now. It's so cool to be able to even see like the mountain coming into the background right here. Along with, I do also have this brand new client-side mod called Windy, which gives just those, very, I don't know, like anime-based gusts of wind, and it really makes a big difference, as you can see, as we fly around with Appa. And so I'm happy about that. And I guess we have to stay sitting in order to keep on going. But today's episode is going to be a little bit of us getting set up and hopefully doing a little bit more path building and kind of just playing with a little bit of a plan, but for the most part doing some brainstorming as to how to get a couple more different sorts of builds and build areas and planning the world and infrastructure and that sort of thing kind of established. And we'll probably do some creative building today too. But for right now, we can head, I think, down below Bob's base, where I'm sure that he happens to have a crafting table, and we can make ourselves a bow so that we can have something else enchanted over here. And so we'll make our way up once again and close the door. I do feel like that's one of the prettiest things that you should do. When you're playing with other people, if you go inside their bases, definitely make sure that you close the door. Oh, we just wasted levels. I wasn't really thinking too much. We have Power 4 and Punch 1. I feel like it could be better, but we only have 28 levels now, so we're going to have to hold off for the time being. It's not the worst thing in the world. Let's see. Hopefully that arrow doesn't fall down on Appa. What happens if it hits me? Oh, it didn't hit me. That's okay, though. Let's see if we can get back on down over to Appa and make our way back to our beginning area. One more time. I'm not used to having a happy ghast whatsoever, as you can see, but we'll make our way on over back to the base. Now, I do want to come up with a name for this kind of area that we have right here. And I don't know if I want to add any more or any other builds to this house that we have on the hill. Today, after I make this video, I'm sure I'll probably get around to putting even more of the custom trees that we have in this area around the hillside. And some of the beauty of this hill, I do actually feel like, just is the simplicity in the terraforming that we have down around here. And so I definitely want to kind of fix up the wheat field that we have over here, and we'll get rid of that birch tree that you can kind of see me looking at directly right there. But we're going to have a whole ton more trees, and I could have even more builds in and around the area here, but I kind of really like having this one house on the hill. And so I don't know. I guess I have to ask Bob maybe and Plato what their plans are for the area. But I'm not sure. I think my inspiration, the more that I think about it for this build that we have right here, happens to be that when I was a kid, I ended up going to a ranch in Colorado, and I had originally lived in Boston at that point in time. And I ended up going to this ranch, and it had like a big house on the hill with the trees just like this. And something just reminds me of that. And I think that without meaning it, I kind of just ended up going around to making this. So kind of as we talk and spitball and riff, I do kind of, oh no, I do want this area, I think, to be, as Appa flies into us, I do want it to be kind of like a ranch area, or like the top of a ranch house. Maybe we're like the owner or the founder of the ranch happens to live, and I don't know, maybe to some sort of degree that also matches with what Plato happens to have over here. Because if you don't know, Plato is actually kind of making a ranch of his own right over here. You can see the pens and the little house right there, which is really cute and quaint. As we have a beautiful sunset. Look at that on Forevercraft. But I do think that we will probably head to sleep for the night because, again, we don't have to stay up for the night. We just have to play the 20 minutes for every one Minecraft day, every single day. And today is the Easter recording today as well, too. We can grab our bed. And it is officially day 13,927, which is cool. We are getting close to 1,400, which may very well happen today as we continue to put these builds up over here. But I do think I would be surprised if I didn't have any water over here. I do, next to some sugarcane, so we can hop in and grab some of this. And making these videos does remind me very much of like doing a live stream, just without having the people in the background, having you guys hang out with me. And thank you for all the love and support that we've had so far on these episodes. And if you have any feedback on anything that you would like for me to do differently, definitely let me know. I'm happy to, maybe add a comment of the day, or just, do some different things that you guys would want to see. So we're doing this in a very weird way, but I guess we're going to break down these 4 blocks right here just for a second. And we'll place them back eventually, but we'll come in just like this. And then we can make ourselves a bucket of water. I forget how this... Do you actually place the ghast in... I know I can place it down like that. I don't know if that's doing anything. Okay, what happens if I just place it in... I can get the advancement, stay hydrated. Okay, so I don't know what that's going to do, but I guess we'll have to see what actually happens here. And we can heal up our levels. It does seem that Appa happens to just hang out here until he's moved. Which is a good thing. I had a feeling that the happy ghast would just kind of fly all over the map, and it can be hard to actually get a hold of from time to time, but it seems to fly and hang out around the area. It almost makes this feel a bit more like a wind, especially with all the wind animations again, like wind sort of ranch sort of thing. maybe the title has to be, or the name for this place, maybe it's a specific Wind Rancher. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to. It definitely gives me sort of Midwest, again, ranch sort of vibes, and I like it. And so I do think that for the time being, we're going to head on over to this chest. And actually, why don't we head into our storage area very quickly? And just kidding, I'm very indecisive. Okay, we haven't really used, yes, our one shulker box that was given to us by Play-Doh and Panda. So why don't we place away some of the things that we don't need for the time being. Okay, I'm fine with that. And then we'll head on back outside of our base. Head into this chest that we have right here. And the plan for yesterday's episode was to kind of hopefully try to finalize or get a bit more progress done on the path that we've been working on this week over down to Play-Doh's Ranch. Yeah, as you can see, we still have a bit more work that we want to get done. So I think that I'm going to start coming in with the cobblestone because it seems like the area could definitely afford a bit more. And I do want to kind of think about and just discuss a bit more the lore behind the world and how we want to expand upon things, and not necessarily come up with answers right now, but just to brainstorm things. And if you guys have any ideas as to build inspiration or just where you would like the the world to go, or things that you think would be fun to see me build, definitely consider leaving a comment. Like if you're building something that's been fun for you in your world recently, I'd love to know more. And I'm sure that I'm not the only person that would probably be interested in hearing what you happen to be building and working on, or thinking about, even inspired to work on in Minecraft. I think it's one of the best things about Minecraft YouTube, that you get to see what everyone else is inspired to do, like innately, or just how other people work off of each other, ideologically and that sort of thing. But our experiences in real life, and even the types of other media that we all consume, they all have an effect on the creative process of at least building in Minecraft, which is such a massive component of this game. I know that if I wasn't a builder at the end of the day, I'd probably would not still be playing Minecraft at this point in time. And I don't know, but there are so many other ways of playing, whether it be like PvP and that sort of thing too. So I don't want to take away from people that love those sorts of play styles, but the building aspect, the creative aspect, is such a almost never-ending process of skill acquisition within the game that can be so fun. And as I've talked about many times in like world building sort of like advice or tips videos, one of the best reasons or best ways to stay in a Minecraft world is through having like a story-based inspiration, and being inspired by different things that you can see online or think about, even dream or envision or visit in real life. I think, which is the kind of idea behind this area. And again, some sort of wind ranch. But I want a name for like the kingdom area too. So we're still thinking about those sorts of things, which is very exciting. And I'm open to any inputs. And if you guys have any kingdom names that you use in your world, I would also love to know more about that. So I'm still thinking about whether or not I want to put more builds in, again, on this hill, or if I just want it to be the one sort of big house on the hill. And the interesting thing for that is like, okay, based on what I see myself to be inspired by, this ranch that I went to when I was a kid, I was like, okay, like if I want to put more things into the world, what sort of things would I want to, like, what things did I do when I was there in real life? I mean, I was like, okay, a little like, maybe a little like spring to swim in and that sort of thing. But the number one small little build that I realized I wanted to put into this world was just doing some sort of like archery range back down over here on the hill. So I'm sure that, we're finishing up the path as you can see, but I think that eventually having some sort of another path over on the hill over back there leading towards like an archery range, that could be cool. And maybe even having like a custom river nearby as I'm spitballing and thinking out loud. Because there was a lot of like fly fishing and, standing in the river and taking out your fishing rod and trying to get some fish. So that could be fun too. And definitely, horse trails for going horse riding and that sort of thing. Even a couple of campsite areas where you could pull out the guitar and sing a song or, eat lunch and that sort of thing. So I don't know, plenty of other ideas even within this first initial theme, but I'm also just thinking about because the rest of the guys out here, it seems to me like they enjoy starting new. And we have all of these beautiful areas out right here. As you can see, I know that Cobb extended his path all the way over to Plato's. And we're pretty close now, as you can see. And this build is almost complete as well, it seems. Except for it's making me think we should expand it all the way over to Plato's base. And we are working on a town as well, which Plato ended up showing me yesterday. But I think the plan for me, at least at this point in time, after we finish today's video, it doesn't mean that I can't continue to play Minecraft. And I was playing on the Lotus SMP all day yesterday, working on a mega project, but I do think that we'll finish the custom trees that we've been working on around the area. So do expect for tomorrow's update to look significantly consistent, and significantly different than how it does look right now, and hopefully even more finished looking too. So I know I'm excited for that, and it's also, so nice from time to time just to play Minecraft and, not even have to record anything. Oh no, maybe some flashback mod cinematics. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. There's so many mobs down here. Steal that back up. Oh man, okay. We just fell right down there. There are a lot of mobs. So let's be careful and try to head to sleep for the night. All right, on day 13,928. That was a close call. Well, that was definitely a close call. Looks like we're pretty close to being done with this pathway, though. And if we don't finish it within the next minute or so that I still have left in today's day, we will finish up the path fully, and so you can take a look at it and admire all of the hard work that we've been doing this week, just 20 minutes at a time, along with the fun adventure that we got trying to get the happy ghast as well. I do think that I want to kind of finish coming in around here just like this, and so during the rest of the day it's supposed to be like 80 degrees out. I'll still be playing Minecraft as I was talking about with Draconis on his live stream yesterday during our Lotus SMP live stream day, which was super fun to hang out with everyone, and thanks so much for hanging out and stream with me, or at stream chat, even if I wasn't the one streaming, for those of you guys that were hanging out and doing the thing. I think that I'll probably just continue to get some progress done here and really finish out the project. Boom, I think that the path is looking good. I have 20 seconds left. Okay, you know what? I'm going to hit quick pause. Who cares if it's not 20 seconds? let's head on over here very quickly so that we can end the episode. But I wanted to see, has anything happens to the happy guest? Nothing yet. And so if you have any ideas for our happy guest, actually, as the timer goes off right there, let me know. And if you're enjoying the series and you want to get caught up, definitely take a look at this playlist right here.